All my blossoms, welcome back to my channel, Just a Messenger 828, Authentically Me, Authentically You, we forever bloom. This is gonna be a part of Aries reading because I'm sitting here thinking about me, a Aries. So me as a person, I'm a very emotional person. Very emotional. I'm very hard on myself because of the not good enough wounding growing up. And my parents did the best they could, don't get me wrong, but that's what has transpired over my life since childhood. I've been very, 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 very critical on myself to the point where it's debilitating. I don't move because I'm hypercritical of myself. This is a part of Aries reading because I was breaking down how I am. Like, I'm an empath. I'm very emotional. A lot of my gifts deal with feeling. People don't like feelings. Feelings become abstract, and abstract thinking is needed at some times, but in most situations, especially with people that are business minded, no abstract thinking. They're very by the book, very boom, 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 boom. I'm more of a I've placed myself in a prison emotionally because emotionally whether it was what I said, what I did, how I thought, my opinion was always brushed off to the side. It was always brushed off to the side. No one really listens to me. Then, when people do listen, I have a very meek voice. It's like, oh, someone's actually listening? Wait a minute, talking? What is this? I don't know how to do this. Granted that I am the person that literally would cry answering the phone, the house phone, growing up. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about how my emotions have affected my performance in life, at life, being present in life. You know, no one's perfect. And I realized because of how my gifts work, in the fact that my job title is a messenger, I have to do my job. If I don't do my job, and if I don't get the messages out, it becomes a burden. To feel everyone's emotions and to have your own emotional damage um stunting, because I feel like emotionally I've been stunted. I haven't been poured into properly emotionally. And if I've ever given that to someone else, at least, I can say I've given people something that I have never received. Well, until now, honestly. And it's hard to navigate, come to terms with. It's completely new. Whole new territory, a whole new world. I'm grateful. Very much so. It is an answered prayer. But the realization of me emotionally stunting myself, not opening up to people for, I don't want to say for real, because the people I were around I opened up to for real. I really did. But, I opened up to those people. And like I said, if I've given, and I know I've given emotional comfort, emotional, like, I've given people emotional comfortability. And I never got it in return. Which I've learned, people are not going to give what you give. They're not. And I've learned the hard way, because I'm hard-headed, that you can't expect it either. People are going to do what they're going to do. The frustration for me, with me, is how do I break it? How do I break out of this? How do I combat this in a proper manner? It's not that I don't want to, or that I'm not trying to. It's how do I come at this? Once I formulate my precision point into the shit, I'll be able to take care of it. No problem. Okay, boom, I'm coming at it like this. Okay, I'm gonna attack it just like that until it's done. So, Aries, for your birthday recap reading, because that's what I've been reflecting on. My emotions, how they can affect others, how they've affected others, how it affects my interaction with others. How your gifts can be a great attribute with your emotions, but how they can also hinder you with your emotions. Um, Specifically for empathic people, people that are psychic, like we feel everything. How are you feeling everything helps you in your purpose, and how not doing your purpose and feeling everything can be a detriment to you, and not only to you but to those around you, because you're not doing what you're supposed to do with that energy. I've been gone because I've been life, right? My own personal things, okay? But my own personal things has been a part of my own growth. I'm still growing. I'm not perfect. I don't want anyone to ever think that I think that I'm perfect or better than. In all actuality, there's always been this immense amount of energy that I know I wield. But I never knew how to get to it. I've always felt that within myself. Frustrating is the word for me, because I get frustrated. I remember growing up, I would get so frustrated because I would be so mad that I wasn't up to par in academics. And I was too shy to read aloud, so I would literally try to avoid it because I would have a panic attack. Because I'm not reading as good as the other students. Like, just a glimpse in how it worked for me, how it manifested for me growing up. And please excuse the emotions. I have to do it like this because I'm being guided to. For anyone out there that has had the same thought process at any point in time of your life, this is going to resonate. If you don't care to know my story, you just want to know what's going on, you want the tea, I'll timestamp it, but 9 times out of 10 it's going to resonate. So thank you for those that listen. Thank you for hearing my story. Thank you for hearing my rambles, my unvulging of myself. This is going to help me. I'm going to have to go back and listen to this. because I never actually said this aloud to anybody, not even my own parents, about how I felt academically, how I've always felt. Like the underdog. I went into the academics because it does play a part. I never became very social in school until about middle school. Like the end, like the 8th grade year. A lot of times I was just to myself. A lot of the times just to myself. I still am. Just to myself. I can be very sociable. When I'm around someone and I'm comfortable with someone, like the comfortability factor plays a whole part. When I'm comfortable, you'll see every side of me. If you don't see that, it's just, I think spending time for me is what opens that up. Someone might be like figuring that out about themselves. Like, it's a lot of self-realization for the Aries. I'm gonna say that. I went off on many tangents. I can't even keep a structured conversation. Me being as emotional, right, as I am, or empathic as I am, I do have to get these messages out. I do have to. If I don't, it plays a toll. It takes a toll. It takes a toll doing it, and it takes a toll not doing it. Like, that's how you know you're doing something that you're meant to do. Because either way, it takes a toll. If you do it, it'll take a toll. Because there's always opposing forces when it comes to someone's purpose. Even if your purpose was to be a janitor, it's going to be opposing forces. Always, unfortunately. My purpose is to give messages. When I don't give messages and I'm just sitting on them, I'm just sitting on them, I'm just sitting on them, I'm just sitting on them. It's like, all right, it's only a ticking time bomb before now there are emotions that I'm feeling from everyone else. Confirmation. Now the emotions that I'm feeling from everyone else, because people project. People project when you're doing good or you're doing bad. People will project onto you. They will throw their stuff at you. When I say project, they don't even have to talk to you, right? They energetically just send that shit. And that's like kind of along the sides of destiny swapping. So destiny swapping could be a part of y'all reading, Aries. Take what resonates. There's so much that you think you know about yourself until you really, You have to meet someone that's going to tell you the truth about yourself, which I did. And I love him for that. I really do. I really do appreciate it. Even when I'm crying and I'm kicking and I'm screaming, I appreciate it. Because at some point, I'm going to sit my ass down. I'm going to talk with God about it. And me and God finna work it out. I've never been able to express how the fuck I feel. Truly. Aries, I think this is the season. And I'm gonna say this now. For the rest of the the rest of this year, y'all leave Aries alone. Leave Aries alone. Because Aries is getting so fortified within themselves. Look at me. I'm speaking it. I'm speaking it. I'm speaking it over my own life. I'm getting so fortified within myself. As a fellow Aries, I'm getting so fortified within myself that all the words I never said are about to come flying out of the mouth. They gonna come flying out. They might not have no tact. I'm gonna try my best to have tact with it. You know, I'm still a work in progress with not throwing my emotions. But it's time that invisible force field or safety bubble that we create for ourselves to I'm gonna call it the I'm okay bubble. I'm okay. Yeah, everything's fine. But it's not. It's so loud inside my head with words that I should have said as I drown in my regrets. I can't take back the words I never said. There could be an Aries that feels regretful for not saying something to you, or there's someone that feels regretful not saying something to you, Aries. I feel like there's a lot of people that's going to be regretful because they had to say something. It was something that God told them to tell you and they never told you. Something of that matter. They never did. They never did it. They never obeyed. I'm also feeling too, Aries, you're not drowning in regret, but you do have a lot of thoughts that you've never expressed. I don't think you don't regret them, but you're sitting with them still. They have to be released. How to release them? I don't know. Record yourself talking about it or just saying it, just saying it. So prime example, what I'm doing now, I never actually said how I felt growing up. Even if I can't say it to those persons just yet, I was actually able to move my mouth and say it, which is a grand leap, because it's normally just words I never said. That song is by Lupe Fiasco featuring Skyger. I forgot her last name. But I'm about to double back and do the reading for you guys. I just wanted to share that. I was guided to share that because it's something very prominent for me, especially right now. Emotions. Placing them in correct places, like that type of emotional structure. What emotional structure? My emotions, my opinion, my words were never valued. And so it seemed to me growing up. Maybe they were, but it didn't seem like it. It really didn't seem like it from anyone. Well, when I say from anyone, not the persons that I've called best friend, not the family member that was like a best friend. I would always be the lending ear for people. Give the best advice that I can. From little old me, sheltered, not having much life experience at all, but I'll hear you out, give my opinion. You could take it or leave it. Give my advice. You could take it or leave it. But when it came down to that same lending ear needed to be had, it wasn't there. It was always, oh, let me call you back. When people will talk about what's going on with them first, I'll be the confidant. I'll give the advice. Boom, I go into, well, dang, this going on with me. Da da da. Oh, let me call you back. Let me call you back. No call back. I call back. No answer. So yeah. Is there anything else? Y'all, anything else? Y'all got me doing this. Being all emotional on my platform. I'm already emotional, but someone can go from talking a lot to just straight silence too, because now it's just, I don't have anything else, it's straight silence. Or vice versa. Someone can go from straight silence to yapper of the year. Okay? Straight yapper of the year. You can't get them to shut up. So like, it made me think about my child. He's got like speech development delay. Go from, and especially with children, like they have development spikes. Could go from barely saying a few words to, I don't want this, I want that, thank you. Like, they yapper of the year. Okay, so take it how it resonates. I don't know if I'm going to combine them together or what, but if you happen to watch this before you watch the Aries birthday recap official reading, thank you for listening. Thank you for hearing me out. And I hope in some way, shape, or form I was able to help. But until the next upload, you guys can email me if you want a personal reading. You guys can hit the like, subscribe button, share, leave a comment. Let me know something that you've never expressed out loud that you need to get off your chest. Do that in the comments. Feel welcome to do that in the comments. God might just open up doors for you just by saying something that you never said. I love you guys. Until the next one, remember, we are all forever blooming. Peace.